Welcome back to another episode of Life is Expensive.
I'm a public interest lawyer in New York City, and I make about $86,000 a year. I have about $120,000 in savings. 115 of that is in a 457 retirement plan, and 5,000 of that is in a savings account.
Okay, so she makes about $86,000 per year in New York. Remember, geography is important. So if she was living in a regular state, or like a less expensive state, less inflation, or just less costly, I guess her equivalent is maybe 70,000, I suppose. But on hand, she only has $5,000 in her savings account. You gotta increase that substantially, shorty. Okay, shorty, you're making a decent amount of money for the average person, I would say. Gotta increase that savings account so you have more money on hand liquidated. Yeah, because I'm sure if she were to ever tap into the retirement plan, there'd be some penalties for that.
After taxes, my take-home monthly is about $5,100.
Okay, so $5,000 per month. If you make it $5,000 per month, let's just wait to see her expenses, because I feel like her savings should be a lot higher.
$580 a month goes to rent, which I split with my fiance. I pay about $20 in utilities because my fiance pays most of those, and about $180 on monthly subscriptions. I'm currently putting all of my extra money towards trying to pay down some of my student loans, so that's around $1,850 a month. I have a lot of law school loans. Most of them, hopefully, fingers crossed, will be forgiven after 10 years of public service work. And any of my leftover spending money goes towards saving.
Okay. She's paying half in rent. Shout out to her though. She got fiance. That's fiance privileges. That's not boyfriend. I guess boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe, but definitely fiance. I can see that. $580 per month in rent. That's crazy, bro.
Wow, bro. That's crazy.
If you're paying $580 per month in rent and you have $5,000 per month in income, I guess her major expense is the monthly student loan payment. She could do one of two things: increase the amount of monthly payments she's making each month towards that student loans, therefore decreasing the amount of interest she'll pay overall. Imagine making, I think, maybe 24 payments towards your student loan debt as opposed to just 12. This is why some people, when they have a house, they pay it bi-weekly so they can attack more of the interest on a quicker basis, right? So, she is in an excellent position to get herself out of debt and definitely at least add some more money to her savings account. She must be living bougie. Cause what?
Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Say
what? What?
Say what?
Come on. But shout out to her though. Shout out to her and everybody else that is open with their finances like this. This is a teachable moment for all of us.
Which leaves me about $2,400 to spend per month. Okay. A frequent purchase was coffee. I unfortunately find myself buying a morning coffee almost every single day. In the summertime,
make your own coffee. Make your own coffee. I'm sure it's gonna taste just as good. Is that a revolutionary idea? I don't know.
Not organized enough to make iced coffee the night before and bring it with me, so I wind up spending a lot of money on coffee when it gets hot out. The Monster Cycle, $34.49. That is a spin class. Fitness classes are a frequent purchase for me. We like to do fitness classes instead of going out to the bar. It just seems like a better way to spend your money, even though you wind up spending just as much money. You at least feel kind of good about it afterwards. Seamless.
You can't really put a price on health. I rate that. Definitely, that's top tier. You're probably gonna end up saving more money in the long run when you're not overweight or have diabetic issues. Definitely, my biggest money saver has been intermittent fasting. Essentially, I wake up, I don't eat anything for about 18 hours until my next meal around 6. So I don't eat anything again past 12 midnight, and I won't eat again until 6 p.m. the following day, right? 18-6 eating to fasting window essentially, right? You save so much guap by fasting, you know? One or two major meals per day as opposed to breakfast, lunch, dinner plus snacks, and you don't get as fat, you know?
The bane of my existence. $14.96. We must have ordered dinner that night, even though we try not to. Seamless is just so easy. Amazon, $9.41. Food Dynasty, $18.48. Bua, New York, $24. And the Spotted Owl Tavern, New York, $15.24. Those are both bars.
See, all these expenses that are coming out of her bank account. You see how easy it can be to spend money, especially if you don't pay yourself first. And it seems like she's only paying herself $70 in savings. Yo, you can do a lot better. You can do so much better. So much better.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
So much better. Oh. We all need a level of FU money, essentially. What that means, essentially, if your rent is $1,000 per month, you should have at least, at the minimum, okay, 3 to 6 months of expenses covered. That means you have at least anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000 in your savings account. So let's say plus maybe food and some other expenses. Let's say you have at least $10,000 in your savings accounts, so that in the event that you get fired or you don't want to work there anymore, you will be good for the next at least 3 months as you look for a new job, right? That's a level of FU money. But if you need that job, you will stay in a toxic, unhealthy work environment for a longer period of time because, you know, you're heavily reliant on said job. Always pay yourself first. That's just like the most basic framework of personal finance. Ideally more than $70, but shout out to her fiance, man. Her fiance is her fiance is holding it down. Holy, I don't even want to imagine her on her own paying the full rent bill. But I'm sure she could have roommates and stuff like that too. So.
On the Lower East Side by Tompkins Square Park, where I play softball for my office sometimes. We won a really big game, so we went to 2 bars. Sweet Green, $14.10. Pret, $14.68. Witchcraft, $7.62. Food Dynasty, $48.87. That is groceries. My fiance normally buys the groceries. The agreement is that if he pays the groceries, I will do more of the cooking. But I try to pick up extras if there's something that we want at the grocery store.
Duh. You.
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
He pays for most of the utilities. He buys the groceries. Okay, it makes sense though. It makes sense because I'm gonna buy, you cook. I buy, you cook. I give you a house, you give me a home. I give you, you know, some seeds. You give me a baby. I suppose. But yo, life is easier, man. Life is so much easier. Life is so much easier when you got a second person. I need me a good wife. Yo, you wanna holler at me? Yo, hit me in the DMs still.
Trunk Club, $88. Trunk Club was a clothing service that I had signed up for. I have to wear a suit every day and they're pretty expensive. This time I tried to do it through a service that would match my sizes and find good suits for me and just mail them to my house and I could try them on and keep the ones I like. DSW.
That makes sense because she's a lawyer, she has to wear suits, has to look classy. I'm sure that could also be a tax write-off if she like actually keeps track of it. Definitely, it helps her make more money or helps her look more presentable, acquire more clients. All right, that purchase is ideally also gonna make her more money down the line, right? When you're buying things, ask yourself, am I making money by utilizing this? Am I saving money in the long run, even though I'm buying it now? Or is this thing that I'm purchasing only a depreciating thing, right? Food, fast food, it's gone within maybe a day or two, a couple leftovers, but then the money is gone, right? But if it's something that you can utilize on a regular basis and ideally make money from, then it's a top tier purchase asset, right? I'm a minimalist at heart, so I don't got too much stuff.
$48.43. Those were a pair of flats for work. Looking at this statement, you would definitely think that clothes are very frequently purchased. I tend to buy expensive clothes for work maybe twice a year. Maybe, just happened to be during this month. Amazon $264.43. That was two things: a wedding gift for a good friend of mine and a pair of sneakers that I bought because I'm running the marathon in November. That's very unusual. I normally buy sneakers once every 4 months. The Honest Company, $38.44. A good friend of mine just had twin boys and I sent her a diaper cake. A company builds tiers out of diapers that sort of looks like a wedding cake. And they normally put something cute on top and then tie it all together so that it looks like a cake. It is definitely less appetizing. Amazon for $13.94. Surf with Nicole for $79.50. Those were both presents for my 13-year-old nephew. Surf with Nicole is a surf instruction school where we go on vacation every year that he actually just used the lesson and had a great time and rode a couple of waves in. Billy Inc., $9.80. Lalito, $25. That was a lunch that I went to with a former colleague. Bagel Schmegel, $7.44. European Wax Center, $10.80. New York State Attorney Registration, $375.
$10 a day. Next thing you know, you just dropped $70 that week. Honestly, I feel like one of the biggest hacks that I've done to manage my spending is just getting into the habit of checking your bank account on a daily basis. Periods in my life where I was most financially irresponsible were when I went an extended period of time without looking at my bank account. If you are someone who checks it every day or every other day, you'll be more cautious of seeing negatives come out of your bank account each day, right? Most people only see a green mark every 2 weeks, right? But you see bare like black marks or black minuses. So if you're keeping track of that on a daily basis, I would say for the most part you will curb your spending. Another big thing is also definitely credit card debt. Don't use more than 30% of your credit card limit, because obviously we know if you miss a payment, you get hit with that high interest credit card debt, and that's when they start making money off of you.
That's biannual dues that I have to pay to still be an attorney in the state of New York. My job pays me back for that. Most expensive was Broadway tickets. That was a present for my aunt's 70th birthday. Her and my uncle like to go to dinner and a show. Total charges $18.94. So that is where my money goes. I'm mostly okay with it. I'm glad that I bought the presents that I bought for sure. I wish I had a little bit extra to go on vacation, but maybe I can cut down my caffeine habit and do that next month.
For your wedding.
Oh yeah, right. Please don't tell my fiance I forgot to say save money for the wedding.
This video is calm. It was calm. You could definitely save more and definitely attack that student loan debt more substantially. Or I guess definitely at the very least, save towards her wedding. Definitely, right? $70 towards your savings account when you have a wedding coming up. I feel like you could be more aggressive with that, you know what I'm saying? But yo, one of the other bigger things that affect people's ability to save money is definitely their alcohol, marijuana, or nicotine consumption. If you're someone who struggles with that, you're spending like a couple hundred per month on one of these substances. Links in the descriptions for programs to help you quit. You spend a little bit of money now, but save a ton of money in the long run. And while you're here, watch our past video on how credit card debt settlement actually helps you get out of debt a lot faster then balance transfers and debt consolidation. And watch my other video on marijuana addiction. If you're someone struggling with marijuana addiction, I have some other content on this channel on how to quit and deal with the withdrawal symptoms and detox as well. Alright, as always, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it, and too much of any good thing is good for nothing. How are you lot doing today? I'm doing more, saying less, and keeping that same energy. No cap. Flip the script, I'm out. Deuces.
Like I'm in love with this paper. If it ain't ball, is he see you later? Rum pop up on his head. Man, they get run like they on me. That's envy and jealousy.